Hi everybody, this is Mark from Solo Capor, and this is the next English video because most of the players who I think play this game are English speaking or from all over the world, not only from here, from Slovakia and Czech Republic. So what's the deal here for a solo player? I enjoy fantasy games, card games like Magic the Gathering a long time ago, not anymore because of the monetization model. So I'm always intrigued into making solo regimes for games that don't have default solo modes. Like there was this game about the end of the world, Redlands, Redlands it is called, and Mike from One Stop Co-op Shop made a great solo mode to it, and it dealt also as partly as inspiration for me to make a solo mode for Warhammer Champions. So, this game was built to be played solo, that's what I can tell you. And the reason is very simple. See, the first thing that you do is you have 4 blessings. You don't know, okay, we can look at it because we don't play, but yes, there are 4 blessings, and this game has, moments that help you, like, not to know too much about the enemy. Like, I mean, your opponent, let us say this is our opponent's table. He has chosen 4 blessings, okay, but he doesn't know which blessing will be where. So this is already a mystery for both players, and it simulates that it is a mystery for us when we command the automa, let's say, okay, an automa. But of course there are some compromises we have to do here and there, like the stationing of the units. Here for our example, I have chosen the following units from order, which is this Lord Veritant. Okay, he can deploy beasts. Then this is Sharan Soulscryer, I cannot even pronounce it. So he logically has to go here. Yes, we could, of course, if you choose champions that don't use this how to say this, I cannot find the word for it, but you know what I mean, this placement, okay? Then you can distribute them randomly. You just shuffle the 4 champions and distribute them randomly, no problem. I play also with that, I play around with that, and it works just fine. So next we have here, he will go to the right, this prince who ignores friends, well, it doesn't matter where he is. And then we have this Lord Castellant. And now, of course, this is important to be placed here or here, because, but no, here not, but here, because here are 2 warriors, and this is a wizard. This is a wizard, it wouldn't be helpful to have him here, although he can deploy beast units. But he can rotate the elf units that will be here and here, 1 forward. So logically, he has to be here. Now, to give the automa a little bit help, so to say, I distribute mostly my champions randomly. Or if there is a champion that needs to be here or here, then I use common sense, okay, common logic. Now we have this done. Let's say I will be the player number 1, and I will start playing just like the rules say. What will happen to player 2, the automa? Well, player 2 draws 5 cards, yes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 cards. But we want to keep as much, of course, he has to play something, but we want to keep as much secret as possible. So what we will do? Well, this is another great thing. He can do only 2 things, 2 actions. Now, logically, if he would have no cards and could play no heroic effect, that would be a big effect to do something wrong to us. He would draw 2 cards. It is that simple. But now he has enough cards. So we will not look at the hand. We will turn around the first card, and we will see. Okay, a piercing shot and ability. Now we check. Is there any ability quest available? It ain't. So, we don't use this yet. Now, we look at the second card. And it's an unit. Okay, I have to say my deck consists of 16 units. And the rest are abilities and spells. Now, so we would like to play, we should play, he wants to play, he always wants to play units, yes, because or spells, because he wants to push us, okay? So this one does damage to opponent, increase the Highland Champions cost 2 or less. So logically, you want to put this unit, you have to read it and use common sense. You have to use this against my champion who has at least a cost 2 or less. If there ain't no champion like that, never mind. But you also use it, so deploy it there, where it can activate champions. Now, I will play him. We could go from left to right, no problem. But this champion uses beasts to attack back, so we won't keep place here free for beasts and here. So I will push. I will put this one. Just a moment. I will put this elf here. Now, what he does? He already does 1 damage to us. All right. And he rotates this elf, this champion, 1 corner. Now you see here we have unlocked the ability. We already have seen that there is 1 ability, and I didn't prepare this, okay? This is just spontaneously shuffled deck. And here is the ability already. So it's a priority. I mean, I could write a priority list, but I'm too lazy for that. I'm sorry, guys. But if you use common sense, you know what the priority is. To damage the opponent and of the automa, the priority of the automa. Damage the opponent and turn around and play units or spells and turn around, use and make quests to get fast to their blessings. So now he uses his ability on this guy and turns around again, which is great for him, because next round he will use this 1 damage and turn around again. I mean, isn't it great? And we, player 1, the human player, don't know what's here. Yes? So we have used just common logic, common sense to manage the gameplay of the automa. Now, unfortunately, my camera standee isn't too good to show you a whole game, but let's pretend now we are in round 2, okay? Let's say I played as the human player something. Now it's his turn. What happens? First, this one turns, gives us 1 damage, and this one turns 2. Now, again, we want to see, the automa has 3 cards left. So again, we turn around 1, the first, the most top card, and again it's a unit which reduces damage for highlighted enemies, increased by 1 if the highlighting costs 2 or less. Okay, again, you would like to play this elf. You would like to play this elf so that he is standing in front of a enemy that costs 2 or less. Well, I don't have anything out as player 1, so we just played them in the most logical place, and that is here, because again, this guy, this champion, can use a heroic act to rotate the guys for 1 more. So what happened here? Now we got 1 damage, and if we use the heroic act, oh, of course, the quest. If you use his heroic act, he turns the elves here and here 1 more. So he turns this one. He gives us 2 damage. It was 1 plus 2, that's already 3 this turn. Here was 1, that's already 4. Turns him at 2, that's already 5. And I mean, next round this guy is out, this guy is out, and next 2 guys could come in. And we played 1 card and 1 heroic effort, and he still has 2 cards in hand for the next round. Okay, and he already dealt some damage, pretty much, with this ability too. And turned and turned and turned. Now, let's say another round is coming, and it is his turn. So, again, Yes, we turn them, would they go out of the to the discard pile, and he has 2 cards left, so let us check the first one. It's a beast, and he really needs a beast and an elf, and he really needs a beast because if he plays a beast here, I'm just following simple logic. It really wouldn't have sense to write here some complicated manual how to play. Just simply beast, beast. Okay, let's go beast. Oop, turn and okay. And now heroic act, discard 1 elf to deal damage. So next round, this beast could give us the human player 6 damage if he would discard 1 elf. Let us check. 6 damage is a lot. We check. No, there is no elf. So anyway, he has still one possibility to play, 1 action. So he will play a spell because there are 2 free wizards, and it's well. Now we could choose, and we will choose this wizard because he, after the first spell, rotates. This spell gives 4 damage to the opponent. So we got 4 damage, he rotates, and that's it. And I think if I would be playing this right now for real, I would get pretty much whooped by the automa. So what happens the next turn again? This guy rotates, there is nothing yet to discard, and this rotates and leaves. Now, it has no sense to use this heroic action. He cannot do much else. Never forget, if I would attack, if I wait a minute, the champion's counter beast on this. So yes, if my unit would send damage from here, then because he's controlling this beast, he would deal 3 damage to me. So this is a pretty powerful card, and really doesn't need a human player to control it. It just says what it does, so it's perfect for the automa. Now he cannot do anything else. He has to draw 2 cards, and we don't take a look at them. Next round we will take a look at them. Well, he couldn't use, unfortunately, this one, but maybe now he will. So this is a spell and this is an ability, so no luck. Next round, well, now we should be thinking about carefully. Now also the situation would show what I as a human player would do. A situation would show, it would be situational what you play, alright? So he could play the spell, of course, here, but would it make sense? More sense would make if he would play an ability and draw 1 unit and 1 spell. Yes, he will play this ability, not this ability, but this ability, and draw 1. It says reveal the top 4 cards, but we will just simply check for 1 unit and 1 spell. Here is 1 unit, and here is 1 spell. Very nice. We don't have to check for the next card. And yes, we have seen what's on his hand, but if we don't think about it too much, we just checked spell, unit, okay, then it will not make too much. It will not crush the feeling of the game, of the simulation. But the good thing is now for him, okay, I have played my turn. He is rotating this beast here, going to 7, and now it still says discard 1 elf to deal 7 damage to the opponent. And now we will have to check if this happens. I forgot what I have drawn. Is there an elf? Uh-oh, there is. So he says I discard this elf and I deal you 7 damage. So I got now next 7 damage from this guy. And well, and then he would go on with. Yes, now you could choose by using again simple logic, or the card that was the first drawn, that is the higher on the stack. Yes, so this one, and we will play this one, and again that's a spell, and he rotates again, and so on and so on. Maybe sometimes, maybe I could have put this guy, because he's also an elf, over here. I think I misplayed this, because if I would have put him here, he would already turn and show off a blessing. Okay, so maybe I played this not very very best, but yes, there are always and will be always options when it's about the automa that the player has to take a choice that will be the most valuable for the automa. If you tried this, let me know how it felt, how you could get the feeling for the automa. I will very happily read about your impressions and maybe some ideas how to maybe do some changes or some tips how to make the automa more simulation of a human player. I'm glad you watched the video. Thank you for your kind patience and have a nice day and good place.